All right, and welcome. I'm Respect Sure, and today we're going to be playing some Honkai Star Rail, the new Trailblaze mission for this patch, The Fall at Dawn's Rise. We'll get right into it. Over and do the new Trailblaze mission.
Following the advice of the Chrysos heirs, I embarked on the trial of time, only to learn that I had been dead since the moment I stepped onto Amphorius. To reclaim the future that had been stolen from me, we pushed onward in pursuit of the Death Titan, Thanatos.
Okay, so, I'm playing in English. This is the first patch where we've had the story with Stell's new voice actress. I'm pretty sure that's whose voice I'm hearing. It's very different. That's gonna take some getting used to. I don't dislike it, but it is going to take some getting used to. It's a lot more serious. Don't really have much else to say. We'll see. We'll see. I don't really... Not gonna get into the drama, because I don't have any interest in doing that. But it's, it'll be interesting. I got definitely pretty used to the previous voice, so we'll see how this sticks. See how it ends up developing over time. All right. Since this should probably be the first recording for the story here, for those unaware, I'm going to be reading any dialogue out that is not voice acted. Kind of happy I decided to do that on this patch, because there would have been a lot of dialogue reading for the last few, for the English. Everything if it was a different language, I suppose. And whenever they're speaking, I might interject occasionally. I might, I'm gonna say add a joke, but probably just some snarky ass comment, really. And we'll read anything that comes up. Anything that's like heavy lore or a long drawn out text file, whatever information, I'll probably just leave up on screen, scroll slowly, you can pause, you can read it. I'm just not that deep into the lore that I'm going to read out every single word. I'm just going to enjoy the story as I go, make fun of stuff when I have something stupid to say, and otherwise just, listen along for the ride.
Meanwhile, Anaxa, one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, broke free from the surveillance of the Golden Threads and actively sought refuge from the Council of Elders. After winning the Council's trust, he ascended Dawncloud with Circes, the Reason Titan, who resided within him, and sought an audience with Kephali, the World-Bearing Titan.
Well, he sought more than an audience. He pulled some crazy crap.
To obtain information about the entrance to the Netherrealm, Castris had no choice but to support the Council of Elders in proposing a pause in the flame chase journey. With the aid of the demigod Cypher, she set out for the ancient city of the dead dragon, Styxia. Castris successfully recreated the dead dragon Pollux via alchemy and used its power to return to the Netherrealm, where she faced Thanatos, the Death Titan. She returned both the Titan's core flame and the stolen future, restoring the cycle of life and death in Amphorius.
The stolen future being Stell's future, if I'm understanding this correct. Which is kind of interesting. Although, wouldn't that just be her life? I guess stolen future is an interesting way of putting it. Yeah. Quite an interesting twist. Everything going on with the multiple cycles of this world.
Anaxa's soul met Castris in the Netherrealm, where he proved his hypothesis regarding creation. At the Citizens' Assembly, he cast a pivotal vote and used the charge of blasphemy to thwart the Council of Elders' schemes for power, allowing the flame chase journey to continue.
Yeah, a lot of politics last patch. I liked it though. I ended up liking Anaxa a lot more than I expected to. He kind of seemed like he was an asshole, but fun to begin with. And then he seemed to continue to be a dick to everybody. But I sort of respected it. And he was absolutely insane.
After returning Circe's core flame, Anaxa's physical body completely disappeared. With this, the flame chase journey neared its conclusion, and all eyes turned skyward.
Yep, no need to wait.
Need something? If not, then I'll be leaving.
Did it? Okay, I have no idea why it jumped to the next one. Thanatos and Circe's core flames have been returned. Oh, okay. Sometime after that, 12 constellations hover above, overlooking the vortex of Genesis. They embody the 12 Amphorian deities, fate, foundation, creations, and calamity of this world. Now, 10 among them have fallen. Their core flames return to the origin of Genesis. Above you, constellations shimmer, their brilliance echoing the faint slumber of each titan. And you have experienced 4 ascensions and 4 partings. The Lance of Fury once became the Mad King, plunging the world into ceaseless strife until your valor brought it to an end. And its demigod successor, the mighty Mightimos, chose to bear the title of Kremnos alone, returning home to be crowned as the last line of defense for the holy city. Mighty, may your battle know no defeat. Back then, the incarnation of time entrusted Mem to you at Temple of the Three Fates. Back then, the lively girl with red hair fulfilled her mission and bid her the first farewell. Time speaks not of fairness, yet it never stops. And now this power resides in your hands. See you tomorrow, Trinan. Trian. Maybe Trian. Yeah, that was unbelievably sad. The whole story with them. Recent. Not long ago, the head of the Grove Sages helped you repel the menace that is the Black Tide. And still not long past, that unruly scholar staged one grand performance, granting you a glimpse of this world's truth at the cost of his life. Oh, the incarnation of reason at the edge of existence, have you found your answer? The prophecy once made the Hand of Shadow choose 2, granting one the fate of death, yet their bond wove a hauntingly beautiful tale that stretched across time. At the end, the incarnation of death, who journeyed from the nether realm to the living world, chose to remain in the sea of flowers, retrieving your future. At the end of the west wind, she shall meet again. We shall meet again. Casterus. Yeah, that was also a little unexpected. I mean, the whole thing was unexpected with her twin and being as old as she is, and I didn't see that one coming until like halfway through it. But the fact that she decided to stay, a little bit sad. I'm not loving having all these characters vanishing. Well, we'll see how the story ends up ending. It's great to have a roster of characters where it's just like dead, lost in hell. You know, it's a little bit. Okay. What a long journey it's been. You know what? To be fair, this is 4? Maybe the next one's 2.4? Don't remember. It feels like a very long time. They've really bulked out, extended the length of the story missions, and definitely given a lot of depth to the story. I know people really complained about, not Penacony, but the Luofu, the Xianzhou. Luofu being not having a ton of... It seemed like just one story beat after another, real condensed, not a lot of depth. It was fun, I enjoyed it. I just read complaints about that. I don't know if it was the total consensus that there just wasn't a lot there. After Belobog, which was, a great start to the story, it kind of fell flat. Penacony was good, I just thought it was kind of short, and the last chapter, the last patch before moving on to Enforius was, thin. I liked Sunday's story. Just not a lot going on. Also, there's been like no actual gameplay story, which has been okay, I guess, if you like audiobooks or visual novels. Well, I'm reading everything to you guys now, so guess you get to deal with that. What a long journey it's been. Time and again, the farewells haven't excuse me. Time and again, farewells haven't numbed you. You can't help but wonder, how many more goodbyes will the journey of trailblazing entail? You question whether you'll be able to express each goodbye with heartfelt emotion. Yeah, you do get a little bit numb to the passing of those you care about. Your thoughts sink into the ocean. You recall how the Amphorians cherish epics, using stories to soothe their sorrows. Perhaps you should embrace this way to dispel your melancholy and regain your strength. Let it begin. Countless words of adventure struggle through your mind. Surge through your mind. You need only to grasp just one to anchor your creation. Should I get that? Don't be influenced by noise outside. Just focus on the keywords in your mind. Okay, so she's just straight up meditating. Honestly, not bad. Single pointed meditation, focusing on a single thought. Good meditative strategy. That works. It is indeed difficult, but you should still cling tightly to your inspiration, weaving heartfelt and elegant verses. Okay, if you're going on this much in your head while trying to meditate and you have distractions like your phone buzzing, just stop for a bit, take care of things, let your mind refocus. Don't hold steadfast to, I'm gonna do this right now. It's not gonna help. Yeah. Lots of time spent meditating myself. Many years. Okay. All right. This is an impossible task. Just one glance at your phone. It won't distract you. It won't disrupt your thoughts, or so you tell yourself. It absolutely will. Done. You're out of it. Just take a break. Yeah, cipher. Gray Mystery. Last time in Styxia, 0 time for treasure hunting. Absolute disaster. Now the River of Souls mostly retreated. I'm back, baby. Okay. In the water, a big shiny chest. What is this texting pattern? What? Full sentences, please. I can't use the miracle orb and can't wade through. Your power of time is needed now. 70-30 split. Yeah, no. 30 for you and 70 for me. I don't work for free. Exactly. 30 for you and 70 for me. No. T-tails, schmeetails. Get here and we'll talk. Okay, that is kind of cute. Out with the gold coin. You must admit, even during their arduous and struggling low points, there are still those who live joyfully. Cypher's endless, surging desire for wealth seems more turbulent than the waters of Scale Gorge waterscape. Forget the past for now. It only brings sorrow, but sadness has no place in this moment. What you need is the drive to move forward. You decide to head to Styxia, where the River of Souls is no longer blocked, to meet up with Cat. Okay, to meet up with Catgirl. Hopefully, those glittering, clinking trinkets will, as always, lift your spirits. So, are we going? Oh, what? Be an archaeologist? Are we going to learn about the past? Or are we just going grave robbing? Because I get the feeling we're just going grave robbing. We're going all British Museum on this. Oh. Yeah. It's an excursion. They don't have an owner anymore. The trinkets, they're up for grabs, right? That's such a bad way of looking at things.
Oh, Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful. And the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. If I write a letter and put it in a drift bottle, will she be able to read it?
Yeah, we're gonna go with the first one. So I do find it interesting that Mem is just fully speaking now. No, mem to the dialogue. But I'm glad about that, on one hand, because it wasn't annoying. I didn't find it super annoying or anything, surprisingly. Or essentially a Pokemon, just repeating their name. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this develops as a, fully sentient being speaking fully, but have no clue where the hell they came from. I miss Castris too.
No, this shouldn't be so depressing.
It is really depressing. Yes, what? It is exactly as depressing as it is.
Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves together.
You literally brought it up.
By the way, it was Miss Cipher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone?
She Batmans us all the time, where she just pops up and pops out, doesn't she?
Huh?
I'm sure she'll just be there. What's that sound?
I don't know, but this aura feels so familiar. Let's go check it out together. Be very careful. I have a bad feeling about this.
Here we go.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up?
Pretty sure we were here for grave robbing, so
Careful.
everything we can find.
Careful. It's a piece of black cloth.
Oh. That's tattered in a very specific way that looks
Where have
bad.
I seen this before?
It tried to kill us. There it is. It's the flame. It's the Flame Reaver.
What? How could they be here?
Doesn't it just like pop into existence at places? You revert back to speaking your own name when you get scared.
Look out!
Yeah, fear will do that. Yo, dude. Okay, ma'am, get ready.
We both know what this thing can do. Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with time's power as soon as we can.
You're a way better strategist than me.
The river of souls,
Fucks now.
full of fish, big and delicious.
Are you going fish? Wait, okay, fucking. Either you're going fishing or that was really goddamn dark since it's a river of souls.
What?
Thank you for speaking for the audience, ma'am.
The flame chase journey stops. Meow, meow.
Gonna be honest, I couldn't have said a funnier fucking thing. That's hilarious. What?
Meow?
What's happening? Are you schizophrenic? Oh, it's Cypher being a bitch. Okay. Didn't know she could do that.
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare.
It's like the third options. Usually like the third options. Probably just gonna not go with them though. What a terrible person. Let's leave. No, seriously, fuck you.
Don't run! I'm the real Cypher. The real one.
Yeah, that's why I want to
Come on,
leave.
don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all. The whole place is full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
I think all I learned is that I can't trust you. Okay. So you're playing both good cop and bad cop?
Hey, I'm just making it up to you. You'd do the same in my shoes.
So,
Follow.
was that a Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this. Ah, For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
It had been there.
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. What did you think when that happened?
Well,
It was behind me.
we thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
I thought it was
Yep,
Cypher, but sure.
Exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie.
You literally looked like it, and then poofed out of that disguise.
Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
Okay, so it's the god of propaganda? Well, certainly got a foothold in
Power
politics
to
then.
make lies into reality? That's got all my hair standing up.
That seems incredibly OP, as a matter of fact. And you're just telling us everything like that?
You think I might be lying? No need. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you.
Yeah, there is no reason to think Aglaia trusts anybody at all. Let alone
Besides,
the MC here.
we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time to get going.
I still think we're just grave robbing, but
Oh.
sure.
Was that your teleslate?
Oh, look, Finan. Finan? Angel, did you rest well? I came during lucid hour and you seemed asleep. So I didn't wake you up. You seemed asleep? Okay. But in current circumstances, I can't stay idle. Feel it's time to continue our training. Let's go to the grove, shall we?
Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the grove.
Why do you need so much money anyway?
Curiosity killed the cat, you know. Do you think I'll spend it all? That's so not why I hunt for treasures.
So, just an aside, I do take care of cats, stray, lost, injured, sick, old, yada yada yada. And the idea of curious kittens, especially getting into trouble, holy crap, is that exactly true. Literally, my mother now takes care of a cat who fell through the opening of the dryer vent into her basement and just ended up in her bedroom one day. So a cat just walked in the house. And that's not the first time that's happened. Curiosity in cats they're
Don't forget,
crazy.
I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change.
And yet you still steal stuff for no reason.
But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I won't need to care about petty change. And as long as I don't hurt other people when I get what I want, I won't be walking with greed. Right? Isn't that simple?
Yeah, those sort of prophecies tend to have a twisted sort of logic that ends up only making sense after the events if you look at it a very specific way. It's like fortune telling where you just sort of say something broad enough and then as you're subject slash person you're lying to sort of fills in the gaps. You narrow the focus until you kind of say what they want to hear. You'll figure that out later, I'm sure.
As long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me.
Good for you.
That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on, Gray Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
You are a very interesting character. A few days later, at the crash site in, Abyssal Fate? A Fate?
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Donham.
Oh, he's still voiceless. Cool. Guess I'll be doing his part. I'm surprised a council elder like yourself would be willing to journey so far to inspect
Archimans hold
the Express.
wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo.
Yeah, why would this bleak-ass world want to look to the sky for potential help? Instead of staying stuck on a planet that's... World? I guess world's probably more apt than planet. That's currently being racked with disaster. Yeah, they might all try to jump ship, so maybe it's for the best. I don't like Aglaya's politics, but whatever.
Quite some time since you first arrived in Nakama. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
4 months or 4 or 5 months. No, I'm still having fun with it. I've been actively gathering clues and testing different things. Sadly, the more I find out, the more powerless I feel.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Amphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight. Even someone as gifted as yourself.
In the Grove, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan. It appears that many scholars from Amphorius believe the taboo against the world beyond the sky stems from a curse cast by Aquila.
Exactly. Of the 12 Titans of Amphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious. The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Yep, a lot of religions anthropomorphize the weather. Sure. Happens anthropomorphic? In this case? Attribute weather to a god's wrath or Venus. Really depends on the religion slash belief system. Doesn't matter. Okay. Additionally, Aquila is one of the 2 Titans whose core flame have yet to be returned.
Affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the Flame Chase journey was a carefully considered strategy.
Yeah, not bringing the goddamn skies down on everybody is probably a good choice. If returning Aquila's core flame can break the sky's curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for a way back. We can simply focus on aiding the Chrysos heirs. Yeah, is your ship is currently still on fire, right? Is that what I was saying? The express car? Maybe fix it?
Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland.
Thank God I did not have to try to read that word.
I
Holy
used
shit.
anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems.
Don't let him touch a goddamn thing. I don't trust this dude. Really.
Of course.
But
that's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it.
of course he'd do this. By all means, please proceed. But be careful. The Express's thrusters are extremely delicate.
Trust. I will be very careful.
Yeah, you have zero reason to trust this guy. IS carefully scans the damaged propulsion system, then methodically begins... Couldn't read it out. Okay. This is unbelievable. You seem to understand its structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before?
Not exactly. But we Anti-Catherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning. If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner.
First step, you know, just in my uneducated opinion, would probably be to put out the goddamn fire. Huh? Maybe not having the car literally on fire would help. Oh, well, what do I know? But isn't the real issue with Aquila?
Hypothetically, Lord Donham, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey?
That's an interesting thing to ask. I don't understand. Does the Council of Elders possess some secret means of counteracting divine punishment?
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
I'm slightly confused. The thing that knocked the Astral Express car out of the air, if I'm remembering correctly, and it's been several months, was one of Nikador's lances. So why are we now just assuming we can't leave because of Aquila? I understand that there was, you know, there were issues. That's why we had to take the car to get here in the first place. But where is the assumption coming from that there's going to be some divine punishment? I guess better safe than sorry? Also, this guy's shady as hell. Maybe this is not a decision by the Council of Elders, but rather his personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
That was a lot of build-up for a, Forgive me, Lord Lagaius, but I must be frank. When visiting Dawn Cloud, I reviewed the records of many council elders. Among them, Only your background was nearly blank. I'd like to accept your goodwill, though given such a mysterious background and motives, anyone cautious would have doubts.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
You're a shady, weird... I'm not... like, your existence is not at question here. Robot Nan is fine. Act so weird sometimes, and you were almost pressuring him right there to stop helping the Chrysos heirs. Like, you could be a little bit more subtle in your manipulations, buddy. See, now you're just bringing in the thugs. In skirts, some of them at least. Are these people... Is this a trap? Yeah, no shit. Is that why you accompanied me here?
Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donhong. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral.
Bullshit.
Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
One against four, then. Just to confirm, if things turn ugly later, will you help?
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral.
Yeah, no fucking way. People don't just come out of the woodwork to attack a single person while somebody else just stands there going, you know what, not gonna get involved. You're definitely involved.
Are you
You're being a
asking
dick.
this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
Pretty obviously. You weren't wrong about one thing, Lord Lagaius. Indeed, we must try to return to our companions. But our companions now also include the Flame Chase Chrysos heirs. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore the fate of our companions. Okay, like half of them are dead. I don't trust Aglaia still. Kirby's great. Kynan is going through some stuff. Cypher's a cat. I'm torn on this issue.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
Honestly, they literally throw that word around to mean goddamn anything. I have no idea at this point. When I asked if you'd help, I meant the one who needs help are them. Nah, you're a 4-star, you're getting your ass kicked. Well, let's see if you go dragon mode. Meanwhile, in the Grove of Epiphany.
You have such overwhelming power, so why? Answer me! Why do you stand in her way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore! Drag him back here, friend! Are you okay?
When did we get here? Okay, we're rolling with it.
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months ago, that would have knocked me out.
Okay. always keeping me on
Thanks
edge.
for worrying, buddy. Thanks for the help.
Sure, bro.
To face Aquila and other potential threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the River of Time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
Oh my god. So that was just straight up a Dragon Ball Z reference, right? Hyperbolic time chamber. Hypebonic lion tamer? Who remembers DBZA? Still great.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
Okay, this is funny and also effective for training swordsmanship. You can just straight up buy a weighted bar, like a 3 to 5, even 8 pound bar that's usually padded in rubber and rubber ends. Good training. Or just a giant stick. Just a big ass stick. Why not get the Chartonus? Why not get, oh, what's his name? How do you pronounce that? Chartonus?
Don't
to help?
worry.
The
I've already
blacksmith.
arranged that. Of course I need him. I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Oh, Cartonis is
Sucks
part of
for
this
him.
flame chase journey after all. Full of energy.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, Tvinon, I've been somewhat concerned about you. Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that Swordmaster in black.
It kind of kicked everybody's
That's quite the
ass.
sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
You could just say you're concerned, but sure, seeds of
Don't
unrest
worry.
growing.
I'm not wielding my sword for revenge. She's been through Nikador's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak. Times have changed.
Okay.
The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again and neglect my duties.
We'll be here by your
You're
side.
right, partner. As of now, I'm not able to handle that swordmaster on my own. I still need the help of my friends. Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down.
It's okay to be a
I'm
buzzkill sometimes.
out of energy for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
You want to go to a library to lighten the mood. What a bar. Or the bathhouses like you did with Mighty Mouse, where you guys decided to, I don't know. I think you were in full armor, actually, doing that. That sounds like hell, but funner than a library.
Sure.
Reading can be
That's what
fun.
I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work.
Oh, also, side note, hot springs and just like saunas and just sticking it out. Super bad idea. Definitely done that. Definitely regretted it the next day. It's not a competition. It's just a way to severely dehydrate yourself.
I'm definitely going to.
That was cute. What were you reading before?
The girl's little secret. Don't pry.
Smut. It was definitely smut, right? Like you're the 50 Shades of Grey type? How kinky we talking about?
That's the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here.
Definitely smut, then.
The three of us might not be into scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the Library of Philia.
Sure. I just like... No, there's an actual path to get there, so let's do that. Yeah, there had to be a way to just jump there.
Here we are!
Try that.
Where was that slate last time? Was it here? Or maybe over here? I'm off to have some fun! It's free time now, so you should relax too.
Okay. Was this not the place under attack? Just...
Nice.
I guess that would have been 2 patches ago now. And everybody died? Well, a lot of people died. Not everybody. We didn't really see anybody here, but I guess some of them got away. Is it really a fun, happy-go-lucky place that was just massacred? A little bit tone deaf, don't you think? Over the past few months, you've come here more than once, fishing out that small piece of essence from the ocean of knowledge that best suits your taste. That's a sentence. You're quite relieved that Don Hung isn't around. No one will be there to judge your reading tastes. While I am now convinced that Mem is reading just the worst kind of trashy romance or just straight up porn, Stell is definitely reading something stupid as hell. Like manga, comic books. It's possibly just like the cartoons that used to be in newspapers. Are you a Garfield person? Is Garfield close enough to a raccoon for you? The scroll at hand shows a line of small text. Non-standard reading material. Please return to its original place after borrowing. Do not let any Grove professor discover it. 10 exclamation marks. So are these banned books? It seems that the scholars of the Grove, amidst their profound academic discussions, haven't forgotten their little hobbies. So which reading material will you purse? We're gonna read these out, at least. Actually, they might have their own thing. Forbidden Love, The Tree and Butterfly. Oh, there's so much. No, sorry. I am going to slowly go section to section. You are more than welcome to read it. I just... No. I do feel bad. I always feel bad when I skip over extra text that somebody spent their time and effort to, one, write originally, and to translate correctly. There are definitely people out there that'll love this. I have other readings to do. Or not. That's it? Nothing else? This love story abruptly ends at its worst moment. Whether the author lost the motivation to continue or some urgent situation occurred remains unknown. If it were the latter, the Flame Reaver is fully responsible. What? Okay, you know what? Been there. Definitely, well... Yeah, no, I've definitely read, well, manga that ended abruptly and didn't actually have a satisfying conclusion, as well as watched shows, so that sucks. Okay. The professor can't possibly be this shy. After finishing this mind-shaking piece, only one image remains in your mind. The Express. Welt. Phone. For a young Stellaron host, this type of literature remains far too ahead of its time. One Punch... God. Jesus. One Punch God, Aquila. Next issue on hiatus, absolutely. Seen that 100 times. It's figurating literature. Your favorite. You know what? I called the manga thing. So, yeah. Probably more of a shonen fan. Okay. This article leaves you feeling empowered, as if you are the author's one-punch god incarnate. Titan Aquila, huh? That's nothing. Yeah, let's stop here.
I wonder what Finan and Mem are reading. Let's take a closer look.
It wasn't Stella at the beginning doing the recap. Need to hear more of her voice.
Well, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend.
Are you reading something you shouldn't be?
In front of you all. That would be pretty careless. Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to Make a Fortune.
Maybe it's time to find a different side gig.
No way. I've invested almost all my savings into this hobby.
So you're just reselling things on eBay, huh?
I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglaia became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth.
Yeah, generational wealth tends to do that. Tends to put people in positions of power. Turns out you can figure out somebody's status from their address more than you can their academic performance. God, the world sucks
That's the perk of
sometimes.
growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks, luck doesn't come as easily. It's 30% grind, 70% fate. Oops, I talked too much. As a leader, you need both integrity and integrity and skill.
No. You were correct. Definitely wealth. How the hell else are you going to pay for the political campaign and all of the bribes? I mean, donations that are given. I mean, oh, what are they called? Anyway. At least he gets it. So, are we gonna figure out what Mem's reading next? I'm calling smut.
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on grains, but poor time for fishing. Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Amphorius these days?
What are you looking at?
You scared me!
They didn't have any other animation for the turning? Just kind of float?
Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard. Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
Good question.
Oh, these cards are so detailed and fine. Ruler, weaver, traveler, healer.
You're looking at tarot cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards?
But the interpretation for each card is so long. Do I have to memorize them all?
Definitely tarot. I guess we'll stick with the standard. What are you looking at?
What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh?
Bit passive aggressive there. You don't notice somebody coming up behind you?
Must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
Jesus. Can feel that annoyance.
So suspicious. Not like their usual self.
I mean, you could be less of a dick going up behind them and butting into what they're doing. But this is how you move the story forward.
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
There is nothing charming about
What are you
this
guys
behavior.
chatting about? Is this the Amphorius Divination Compendium?
Oh. Go back to the Lafu. Schwen can help.
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination. But it's not exactly a niche hobby, so why all the secrecy?
I wanted to set up a surprise! Master it in secret and give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
Feels like an excuse.
A surprise, huh? Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination, especially with cards. Yeah, just like the ones you're looking at.
Do you know
must
Mem?
be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Heidi's Elysiae, wouldn't have disappeared.
You really are a mood
Don't
killer,
forget,
aren't you, bud?
We've got Lady Trina. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
It should be approached with a critical
To
eye.
me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits.
Yeah. You know, blind faith is,
Fate always
thing.
casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown.
Oh, I want to go off on a tangent. Okay. In many cases, it is not always, I'm not trying to judge people, but very similar to the idea that if you have a choice to make, but usually between two options is the easiest way to do this, and you flip a coin, pick one for heads, one for tail, it's not important whether the coin makes the decision for you. What's important is what you feel about the decision being made. So let's say you want to go do something, but you're not sure about it. So heads, I go do it. Tails, I don't. You flip the coin. If it lands on tails and you feel bad because you really wanted to go do it, you know what you actually wanted. You have the feeling of, I really wish it had turned out the other way. If it turns up heads, then you have the confirmation of that feeling of, yes, this is what I want to do. It was right. It was the right decision to make. So having something to back up what you want, your assertions, whether it be to carry forward or to be apprehensive of the choice, it confirms your bias towards a decision. So it's less important what result is, it's more important what the result makes you feel, how it impacts your state of being, your mood, your feelings towards the action. I'm sure there's other things, I'm sure there's more, but it's more telling of the human condition and how we sort of decide what we want, even if we feel or believe that we haven't really decided for ourselves yet. Even if we feel like we don't know, we tend to balance towards one side or the other. But anyways, you've really thought about this, haven't you?
After all, the first chapter of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination. I'm just expanding on that a bit.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things. Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes.
If that were the case, then it did mean that you, even if you didn't believe it, you were concerned it might be true. Which means you believed it at least somewhat.
Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child. Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wow! It's so exquisite! I'd love to have a card like that.
You used to carry a card that had your image on it? Really? Sure. Then gotta craft a mem-specific deck.
Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Why?
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle that Orin exposed to us?
Nope.
Who's there?
Oh.
You are...
Assassins. Nice cosplay.
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing.
Yeah.
Masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
Really so scary when they're just the cleaners. I don't know. Do you vacuum? Pick up the trash? Okay.
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly.
Absolutely. What's being cleaned? Clothes
Your
or
friend
cars?
seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Finan. It would be the polite thing.
You came here to kill us and we're having a goddamn conversation?
We can't let
You
our
suck at this.
esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
Why do villains love
During
to
the
talk?
Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners.
Weren't real creative with the name, huh? Jesus Christ, who am I talking? Look at the name I picked.
Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
Well,
Cool.
this
Why?
historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors.
Gods that have gone crazy and are destroying things? Well, Nikador definitely was.
Could you disclose the name of
Okay.
the author behind this popular legend, Lloyd Finan? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akama to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
Calling out the history books, huh? They're often written by the winners,
You should have
unfortunately.
stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, with how voting tends to be,
What
I
does it
bet there
matter?
would be.
We've long since stopped expecting to be understood.
Well, yeah, the
People have
assassinations kind of
become
make that
too
hard.
accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Finan. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
The knives kind of hint at something, yeah. Just a handful of you here? Who do you think you're fighting?
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves. All right, let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might regret.
Yeah, please no
My shoulders
slurs.
might be sore and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
That's how you intimidate? I might be a dumbass and blind in one eye, but I'll hurt you. What? Dude. Have you not done this before?